Hey guys, welcome back to Kerbal Space Program Career Mode. It's been a minute since I made one of these videos, mainly because they don't seem to be very popular. But hey, what are you gonna do? I like making these videos, so I'm gonna keep going. Um, so in today's episode, what we're doing is, as you can see, we're launching a probe cluster. It's the Minmus probe cluster. It's got an orbiter probe in the center, and it's got two lander probes on the outside on decouplers. So whenever we get into orbit around Minmus, we can actually decouple those two lander probes and land them in separate biomes on Minmus, hopefully. And if everything plays out right, we should have enough fuel to get the orbiter probe back to Kerbin. Mainly because we are now playing version 0.23, which is tweakables, non-spammable science. There's a new engine. There's a new science part, which is the space lab, which will allow you to reset the one-use only experiments now. And the one-use only experiments, as far as I know right now, are the mystery goo and the materials bay. They're like a one-use only, so you can only, you can only use them once, unless you have a space lab close by that you can dock to and reset them. Now, also with the version 0.23, you can't spam science. So there's a 40% science cap on transmitted science, basically. I wish there was another word I could use to describe the science values. Um, but anyways, there's a 40% cap on the amount of science that you can get now. So you can transmit it, I think, like twice before it's completely useless. Again, you actually get way more science if you attempt to get the pieces back to Kerbin. You even get points just for returning a vessel with no science on it whatsoever, or no experiments on it whatsoever. If you land a module at, say, the moon and bring it back, you'll still gain science just for having landed, have landed there. So it's kind of cool, and it definitely keeps you from blasting through the science tree as quick as possible. Which I like. I like that kind of stuff. I mean, it makes it a little bit nicer, and it makes the game a little bit more difficult. So that's another plus. So, anyways, we are getting our maneuver nodes in order right now. I almost didn't get into orbit. I actually had to mess with it a little bit to get into orbit around Kerbin. I thought I had enough thrust, but it cut it close because I didn't want to use any of my last stage fuel to use to get it into orbit, and I actually used maybe like an eighth of the amount of fuel that I have to get to Minmus and back to actually just get into orbit around Kerbin. So that may or may not play a factor in actually being able to return to Kerbin with the orbiter probe. And we also have parachutes on the lander probes just in case, because Minmus has almost no gravity. So I figured they've got little tiny engines on them with little tiny fuel tanks. So what I'm hoping is that if at all possible, we can land those probes on the surface of Minmus, transmit a couple of things of data back to Kerbin, and then actually see if we can get them back home to Kerbin because they also have parachutes on them. I don't know if I already said that, but they also have parachutes on them. So hopefully everything that we're sending out there, other than maybe no, actually everything that we send out there, we should hopefully be able to return to Kerbin, which is going to be a challenge. Um, I don't know for a fact whether or not we'll be able to do it, but if we can, that would be awesome. So right here, we're actually just setting up our encounter with Kerbin, or not Kerbin, Minmus. Um, and I wanted to show you guys this in four times normal speed because I didn't want to leave it out because in case somebody's just trying to first get to Minmus, that's watching this video can actually see where the node needs to go when you're orbiting Kerbin, and preferably I like coming in behind the planet and or moon and coming in behind it and actually grabbing and orbiting it in the same direction as it's orbiting the uh as it's orbiting Kerbin. Wow, couldn't get that out. Anyways, so this is pretty much where I stopped, and I will bring you back to the old me. All right, guys, we are orbiting or about to be orbiting Minmus. Um, I'm hoping that we actually have enough fuel. Oh, I don't know about that. I just looked at our fuel. It's not looking too promising to actually be orbiting or to get back to Kerbin. We could probably get into orbit, but I mean that's a minute 20-second burn. Ooh, that's gonna be cutting it close. So yeah, we are gonna actually while we're here, while we're high above Minmus, we're gonna use one of our mystery goo canisters and see if we can get some science. 20 science or 12 science. Look at that, 30% science value. Crap. Uh, inoperable after transmitting. So we can't even like keep the science or keep it or like try it again and then keep it. All right, screw it. We're keeping this data. Can we review the data? Yes. Uh, high over minimus. Okay. All right. We're gonna keep that data. I don't want to transmit it and then screw myself. I think we actually have. Do we have one on the actual orbiting? Yes, we do. Look at that. Let's log the temperature. We can't do that. What? Look at the temperature. It's fluctuating. All right. I guess we have to be closer. All right. Well, we are going to attempt to slow down. So let's go ahead and fast forward. Get to our node, so you guys aren't. Whoa! And I just passed a node. Shit! All right. We need to burn, and we need to burn now. Can't believe we just did that. Son of a bitch. I hate time acceleration sometimes. Oh, that's not good. Let's well, let's just hope for the best, I guess. This we might have just screwed ourselves. Shit. Damn it. All right, well, we're at 4 times acceleration and we are going to attempt to get into orbit around Minmus right now without burning all of our fuel, which we very well might. Good enough. Okay, where are we at? Where are we at? Where are we at? Where are we at? Okay, we still got some fuel left, so we can at least adjust this a little bit. 17. I could deal with that. I could deal with 17. Actually, we'll bring that up to 20, because I don't know how high the mountains are on this planet, or on this moon rather. I don't know how high the mountains are on this moon, so I am going to bring that up to about 20,000 meters, just to play it safe. Oh, wrong way. Damn it. Wasting fuel. Wow, I haven't played this game in a minute, apparently. Oh, this is embarrassing. Anyways, let's bring this up to 20 roughly, and then we'll bring the other side down and get it nice and circularized, so we can make it look pretty, and we can dump the probes wherever we want, pretty much. All right, there we go, and yes, that's the correct direction. Let's bring this side down to 20, close to it at least, because I don't want to. There's very little fuel on those lander probes, so I don't want to be too high up whenever I undock them or decouple them. So I'm trying to. There we go. All right, I am perfectly okay with that orbit. Anyways, all right, so we are. Whoa, we're on the dark side, and post editing, I'm gonna actually brighten up the night shots a little bit because it's way too dark whenever I rendered. I got a new editing program, so I'm getting used to all of the new parts or new parts, new video effects and new render settings and everything. So I'm gonna I'm gonna mess with the lighting on it a little bit and see if I can't brighten this up for you guys. I don't know. There's no gamma settings on the actual game, so I'm gonna probably just do it post editing. Hopefully, it'll actually be somewhat visible whenever I do that. So, all right, so we are in low orbit around Minmus, which is awesome. So let's see if we can log the temperature now. Oh, log. Yes, we can. All right, we are going to 50%. Let's transmit that data. I like how it just picks a random antenna because I have three. It just picks a random one. Doesn't ever use the one that it's on. It's just one random one. Doesn't know. All right, let's log the temperature. See, transmitted it once, and if I tried to transmit it again, it'd be worth nothing. So we're gonna keep that data because hopefully we'll be able to return the. Actually, do you hold on? Let's see a second. Hold on. Let's review the data. Space near minimus. Okay. All right. Nope. We're keeping that.
We're not low enough. All right, let's observe the mystery goo. Feel good right at home here. We're going to keep this data too because it's only worth 12 if we don't. So we're just going to keep those and hopefully we'll be able to get all of this stuff back. Space near Minmus, 100 science, keep that data. All right. So, let's I guess let's detach one of our probes. I want to try to land on a low spot and a high spot. Let's see here. Let's detach. Actually, let's turn on our lights so you guys can actually see what the hell's going on. And we are gonna actually take a sweet screenshot here. Maybe, maybe take a sweet screenshot. Let's turn this. I like sweet screenshots. Okay, gotta make thumbnails, you know. Anyway, all right. So let's detach. Let's put this in the polar. Right, so it stays the same direction the entire time. All right. So let's detach one of our probes. Let's decouple this guy. Decouple that guy. Switch to her. And I didn't realize that this whole piece was going to stay on. I thought it was going to be the opposite way. Damn it. That's all right. It shouldn't throw off our weight or our weight ratio. Hopefully it won't. All right. Let's. I guess that's all we really need to do. We have lights too, in case we do end up landing on a dark side, but I doubt that's gonna happen. So we're gonna actually try to let's try to set this one down in this little lake right here. See if that will do us any good. Whoa, that SAS is very, very active. All right, let's ooh, 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 ooh. Start. Oh wait, I have to activate the engine. Wow, again, I apparently have not played this game in a minute. All right, so hopefully, because we're only doing 147 meters per second, which is nothing. So I have these tiny, tiny little engines on, and I'm hoping that it won't take much to land, and it won't take much to actually get back into orbit and possibly back to Kerbin with these things. Let's actually point in a direction here. Can we point? Wait, that's not the way we want to point. We want to point this way. Yes, that is the correct direction I would like to go. Alright, so we're pointing this way, and we'll leave her right about there. And we are going to quick save because I haven't yet. Alright, and we are going to hopefully land nice and soft on the surface of Minmus. And then I think, depending on how much science we get from these missions, these three missions, I'm gonna see if I can build an actual legitimate space station. I've been waiting until I get enough science parts to actually build a space station. But if we can't, what we'll do is we'll actually we'll send a manned mission to Minmus, and hopefully I'll be able to unlock some stuff that will, at least be a little bit cooler. Anyways, all right. So there's absolutely no gravity on this moon, so I think I'm just gonna wait and do a suicide burn. I brought our probe back from the moon, which I probably should have recorded, but I brought the one probe back from the moon that didn't explode. I brought it back from the moon to Kerbin, and I actually saved the thing without any parachutes, and I was extremely surprised. And the reason I didn't record it is because I thought I was just gonna crash it into the surface. But I did a suicide burn, probably 1,000 meters above the surface, and had just enough fuel to land directly, like perfectly fine on the surface of Kerbin. And I was just like, "Holy shit! I can't believe I just did that." All right, so let's we're gonna kill our horizontal velocity and hopefully float gently to the surface of this lake bed. All right, you can stop going sideways now. This is where we want to land. We want to land in this big empty spot right here. All right, let's make it so we're going straight down, straight up and down. And we got a lot of fuel, so we should be good on. We're definitely okay with landing, but I'm curious whether or not we'll be able to get back to Kerbin. I think that would be the challenge. All right, where is is the chateau? There it is. Sweet. Little speck right there. See our shadow. Let's burn a little bit. We're coming in a little bit fast. We're not coming in. I mean, we're still pretty high up. Well, actually, 500 meters. That's close enough. Burn very, very minimally. There's very, very little gravity here, so we shouldn't have to worry too much about crashing into the surface. Now that I say that, we're gonna crash into the surface probably, because I'm very good at doing that. I'm very good at crashing into things with the spacecraft that I build in this game. Ooh, that SAS is freaking strong. Do a nice soft touchdown. One. Softly. Softly. Perfect. Soft landing on Minmus. Alright. That is awesome. And we have a crap ton of fuel left. That's beautiful. Oh, I love it. Alright. That went so well. I'm so proud that that went as well as it did. Alright, so let's log the temperature. And let's actually transmit it. We'll transmit that data. And we will actually log the temperature again. And we'll keep the data. And then let's use our materials bay. See how much? 25 science. Only 25 science from landing on the surface. And it says inoperable after transmitting. So I'm really scared about transmitting this information. So we might actually just say screw it. You know what? We have 2 probes. We'll just try it with this one. Transmit data. Data removed. Experiment module inoperable. And we only got 25 science. Nope, we need to keep the data. We need to keep the data bad because I cannot click on this thing anymore. Shit. Alright, well now we know. That's the good thing. But I guarantee, oh, not guarantee, but I would put money on, I'd put like $1.50 maybe, on returning this thing to Kerbal and actually getting some science just for returning it. Well, we will get science for returning it, but getting science from the actual materials bay or getting more science because we have the materials bay with us. All right, so that's probe number 1. Let's go back to our cluster and see if we can land the other one on in a different spot. All right, let's see here. Let's decouple. Switch to our probe. Once we get far enough away, we'll extend our other solar panel. That's probably far enough away. Yep. All right. Cool. Let's figure out where I want to land this one. Let's we can try to land on one of these high flat spots like a plateau over here. Yeah, let's do that. All right. So let's point retrograde without crashing into our. Sweet. We won't. All right. So let's burn and see if we can get down to. Let's get down to this plateau right here. See if we can get there. Oh, right. Gotta activate the engine. Oh, I'm slow today. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just not very awake yet. All right, let's burn and bring it down a bit, and then preferably turn it to get onto that plateau. And burning, 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 and still burning. All right, let's see if we can. Which way do we need to point? We need to point north. Is that right? Nope, wrong way. We need to point south. So we need 180. Let's see if we can line her up. There we go. Point retrograde again. Burn to get us down onto that plateau right there. Hopefully it is actually a plateau and it's not like a weird hill that looks like a plateau. But it's pretty high up, so it's a completely different biome, or it should be a completely different biome than where we were at. So let's watch. Well, let's quick save again in case I decide to crash this thing into the surface. We can recover it, and let's see if we can land on this high point right here. That's actually a very high point. Let's put our gears down. just for the hell of it, you know. Why not, right? Granted, you don't really, I don't think you would really need landing legs on this planet because there's very, 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 very little gravity. So, you know. Let's see if we can land this puppy. I think we might be missing a little bit. I kind of want to go to this area. All right, so let's kill. Actually, can we point? Let's point north and up a little bit. See if we can bring ourselves over to that dark spot. Because like I said, we have plenty of fuel, so we should be fine. And we are slowly bringing, and now we are starting to go up. Okay, so let's see if we can float our way over this way. Or yeah, our way over this way. Because I'm very good at using words and stuff. Alright, we're going to wait until we get just onto that plateau. That's perfect. Let's kill our horizontal velocity completely. As much as we possibly can. Let's go to surface. Oh, crap. We started going the opposite way. Let's point back this way again. Alright. Yeah, I think we're good. Yeah, that looks okay. Alright. So then let's just float down to the surface. We should end up going straight up and down. We'll see where our shadow is. Can we even see it from here? Where's the sun? Can't see it. Can't see the sun. Oh, there it is. Alright, so the shadow should be on this side. Let's actually fast forward because we are falling very, very slowly. Is our shadow around yet? Anybody see it? Because I don't. I don't see the shadow. Where is it? Still don't see it. Oh, there it is. Found it. Alright, let's start burning. Kill our velocity here. Get a nice, another soft touchdown. Because I don't want to crash these things into the surface. Prefer not to. It's actually, we're sliding sideways a little bit, so let's fix that issue. Oh, wait. Almost came to a hover there. Nice soft landing. Perfect. All right. I started sucking and then I got good at I suck at everything else, but I can land now apparently. All right. So let's log the temperature here and let's transmit this data and then we'll go to our materials bay and we'll actually keep the data this time because you open it up again unfortunately. So let's log the temperature again and we'll keep that data. And I think we're going to go ahead and call it for this episode, guys. Try to keep these episodes pretty short so you guys can actually enjoy them. So yeah, we're gonna probably call it here. Yeah, we're gonna call it here. We're gonna call this episode, and we are going to probably next episode is get all of these things back to Kerbin. Hopefully we get all these things back to Kerbin. That would be a plus, a huge plus. So thanks guys for watching. I really appreciate it. If you liked what you saw, please hit that like button. I'm working to get try to make these episodes a little bit more entertaining. So if you saw what you like, please hit that like button. It does help a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot. And if you haven't already, please subscribe and look forward to seeing a couple more series for myself to put out there. I'm hoping that I'm gonna put like a couple, maybe two or three more series out. Yeah, series out today, hopefully. So yeah, guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.